Right, so we're here with Ian Fraser, who's a Foresight customer. And Ian, tell us a bit about your facility or your use with Foresight.
Yep, so we have two facilities, one in Toronto city centre and one just outside in Burlington. We've got four GCQuad units in the company. We use it primarily for club fitting, but we also have practice members who use it for their own sort of training and kind of improvements themselves.
Yeah, so what's your facility offering then?
So basically we specialise in custom club fitting and club building. So, you know, historically I was a radar guy. Started with radar in 2006 when I worked at TaylorMade. The first GC2 I got was in 2011 when I was working at the TaylorMade Performance Lab in Turnberry. So I saw the benefits of camera based at that point. And then when we opened our new facility, it coincided with the launch of Quad. So when we were kind of making that decision on what to go with, we tested them both, and it was a pretty easy decision for me to make.
Yes, I mean, what kind of things did you see then in that kind of testing that led you down the route of kind of Quad?
For sure. Well, when Quad was able to basically predict ball flight from off-centre strikes, that was the game changer for me. So I was fitting customers with full confidence that whatever they were doing was what basically would happen on the course in real life. So it started to dawn on me as time went on that I'd never had so many comments from customers going, yep, that's the ball flight, that's the miss. And unfortunately beforehand, I used to get a lot of customers going, yeah, that doesn't really look like my ball flight. And we would obviously know subsequently what was happening with, you know, the off-centre strike and the deflection, and unfortunately the kind of representation of the ball flight wasn't what it really was happening in real life. So I love now that I've got full trust in the toe strike, the heel strike, the centre strike. It does what it should do and it's represented that way. Primarily we're an indoor facility. That's the nature of the beast in Canada. You know, we're indoors 7 months, indoor 5 months, outdoor 7. It's almost half of our season. So for us, indoors the key, and having the best data available to us is what kind of allows us to be the best at what we do.
Yeah, and what would you say in terms of that data? What data kind of specific points are you really working with now what kind do you focus on?
It's a really good question, because I think the fitting will always start with ball speed, launch and spin, right? So the basics. What I love to do now is use golf equipment, whether it be club head, club shaft, to shift around strike point. So I can influence ball flight really by shifting, you know, the location of impact. So I think that's the nature of evolving better as a fitter myself, and the training we do with our guys. GCQuad allows me to show the customer that we're getting the result because we are shifting strike patterns, and we can make, you know, the strike match their swing tendencies and delivery. We can protect them against their bad shot, we can enhance their good shot, and ultimately lower their score and make them play better.
Yeah, and in terms of a customer feedback perspective then, I mean, what are you hearing from customers?
It's awesome. I mean, they love it. They absolutely love it. And it's because it's real. It's real to what they do. The yardage representation is real. The ball flight representation is real. So there's never any doubt in their mind, because you'll always have that indoor. People will always go, well, you know, maybe outdoors is the way I should go. And I go, well, why? You know, we were out at demo day the other day. The wind was blowing 25 miles an hour. And Matt, who I work with on our YouTube channel, his launch conditions were completely different. And we made the point of saying, that's why we do what we do indoors, because I can create a controlled environment for the golfer. And dealing with elements is the skill of the game. That's not something that should always be factored into the fit. If that rain poured last night, which it does, you know, certainly back home for me in Scotland, the turf's a bit wet and the player starts getting a little bit antsy about turf conditions and start trying to kind of maybe move ball position back. That's not the general place you want to start a fitting from. So that's why we love the indoor element, where we can control the environment, and we need the right representation of the ball flight to do that properly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great to hear like you're passionate about using the technology and
Yeah,
everything you do. And just in terms of the perspective of seeing you guys, I see you guys on social, and it's great to see the content you come out with. Where can we find that kind of thing?
Yeah, so at the official TXG, Instagram really is our busiest platform. Obviously the TXG YouTube channel is something we work hard at. You know, we literally have a video a day coming out on various topics. We're starting to create a platform for ourselves where we're going to delve into the more scientific elements of club design and how that may influence the golfer, whether that's, you know, CG placement or CG manipulation, rotational properties of the golf club and how they can benefit the golfer. And it's all, you know, tools in our toolbox to basically arm the golfer with better buying decisions. So it doesn't need to be from TXG, that's not the point of our YouTube channel, it's just information. So when they go out there and they go wherever they're going to go, they have the best information at their disposal to make the best decision for them, because we want them to play better and lower their scores. That's what validates what we do.
Fantastic, absolutely. Look, it's been great to catch up with you here, and as passionate as you are about everything, but really appreciate your time. Good to see you, and thank you.
Appreciate it, thank you.